Hey, it's Imani, and I'm tapping in with King Cruff.
Check. Yes, bless up.
Hailing from Jamaica, King Cruff, born Solomon Marley Spence, has found a lane of his own in the Canadian music scene. Signed to Universal Music, a tough gong artist, and the grandson of Bob and Rita Marley, he's bringing a new and unique sound to the iconic Marley family history.
You're wounded, how me tell him life, said nobody told me that life could be this good.
Welcome.
Greetings.
So I want to start off by kind of breaking the ice a little bit. I'm going to do a fire rapid round of questions.
Let's run it.
Okay? What is your favorite city?
Kingston, Jamaica.
Kingston, Jamaica. Yardy.
Off the top.
Okay.
Yeah,
favorite restaurant in Toronto?
Damn. Ooh. I'm going to go with Little Moore's.
Okay.
That's off of the top. You know what I mean?
Top of your head.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. I'm going to try it.
Highly
I'm going to try
recommend.
it. When is your birthday?
May 11th, 1997.
So you're a Taurus?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay. Do you feel like you fit your astrology sign?
I'm definitely stubborn. Yeah, but I also, people tell me I'm down to earth. So
right.
Yeah.
I know Taurus is like their food.
What are you?
I'm a Leo.
I don't know what that means.
I'm in August.
August?
Summer baby.
Okay, got
Yeah,
you.
we're really dramatic.
Do you feel like you're a Leo?
I am. Yeah, I really am. We're really dramatic, loud, out there, but we're fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
100%.
Old school or new school dance hall?
What? I'm gonna go with old school. How old is old?
Let's say early 2000s, before
Old school.
2010.
Old
Yeah.
school for sure.
Who is your favorite artist at the moment?
At the moment, it's gonna be Leon Thomas. He's crazy.
Stop. I'm sorry. I love him.
He's crazy.
Would you want to collab with him?
Of course.
Yeah.
If I had a chance, yeah, man. I met him very briefly at a party 2 years ago in LA, and he was just like a really cool guy. I was like, yo, you're a legend, and the man's like, this was before I think he dropped Electric Dusk, and he was like, oh yeah, you know, man, like. It's good to hear because, you know, XYZ, very humble, so cool guy, Leon Thomas.
I would love to hear a Leon Thomas, King Cruff collab, bring that like dancehall fusion to his sound, his like R&B sound.
It's going to happen.
You got to call him out.
Yeah,
shout him out. Look him in the Who is your dream collab
Do
right
I only
now?
get one pick?
One pick.
I only get one pick? Because there's so many, man. There's three at the top of my head.
Okay.
I only get one?
You can give me all three.
Okay. Chronics, Kendrick,
Hey,
3000.
okay. I could see you vibing with all three of those artists.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're manifesting it from now, isn't it?
So if you could only sing one song for the rest of your life,
Ooh.
you can only sing one song.
Damn.
What song would you never get sick of?
That I would sing over and over again?
Three Little Birds.
Jaja, yeah. Right. Probably Traffic Jam by Uncle Steve.
Tell them this is Ragamuffin from the ghetto huge camp. Anywhere me go, me say me must left me stamp my.
Which Marley family member
What?
are you closest to?
What?
And I know they're your family. I get it. How can you pick your family member? But like, let me be real. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably pick my cousin. That's my
Yeah.
girl. We locked in.
My brothers. My
Okay.
brothers. You know,
Okay,
those are the
so-
ones I'm closest to. Sage, Samuel, and Sajata. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And my moms.
Yes.
Yeah, big up Stephanie. You know what I mean?
Okay, big up the family. So
Yeah.
speaking of the family, let's start with that.
Yes.
Right? You are part of the Marley family.
Correct.
What was your early life like growing up?
My early life growing up was growing up in Jacksonville. You know, which when I talk about Jackson, when I think about Jacksonville back in the day, it's like, still right now, you're overlooking the entire city, right? And throughout the years, you'd have family coming into our house in Jacksonville, family that would move out, There was a portion of time where like all of us younger cousins, like a generation of us, would grow up in that house. You know what I mean? So I remember a lot of good memories, man. A lot of laughs, a lot of building those family relations, the early ones, building those bonds. I remember spending time with my grandma Rita. You know what I mean, and getting advice from her and talking to her about her experiences. I remember going to school. I went to St. Peter and Paul. You know what I mean. I think a lot of us Marley kids went through that schooling. And yeah, man, I remember listening to a lot of music. I remember discovering what music was, discovering what my family meant to people. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm thinking about it now. I'm just reminiscing. You know.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
When you grow up in such an iconic family, did you feel the pressure to do music? Or like, how did you know it was right for you?
You know what? I wanted the music at first. I wanted to be a reggae singer, but like we've established, I don't really sing like that, you know what I mean? And I had that realization when I was super young too. So I was like, you know what, maybe music isn't for me. And I went and did like other creative stuff, you know what I mean? I wrote a lot, I drew a lot, you know what I mean? I just knew I wanted to be a creative in some platform. I didn't realize I wanted the music until like high school, when there's like a science project, and this is when the blog era was hot, you know what I mean? So me and my friends are learning about hip hop in a way that I feel like previous generations never really got exposed to in Jamaica. And you know, you're seeing all these larger than life rappers that are coming out, and they're cool, and they're telling these amazing stories. You're kind of like, yo, I want to try and see if I can do this. So through this, you know, in a weird roundabout way, me doing a science project where we had to write a rap about, I don't know, protons or neutrons or something, eventually became like my lifelong career.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, you know, your name, King Cruff, where did that come from? Because you didn't take, you know, you didn't say Cruff Marley.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And that's a whole other thing that I want to talk about. But where did the name King Cruff come from?
Yeah. It's funny that you said Cruff Marley. I get suggested that one so much. People are like, you should call yourself Cruff Marley. That's a terrible name. I wouldn't do that one. You see me?
Go along right with Skip Marley.
Yeah.
Skip and Cruff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People used to call me a Cruff growing up, and you know, we're from Yard.
Yeah.
A Cruff is someone who doesn't have a lot of ambition or style, right? So people used to call me a Cruff growing up, you know, and I feel like they did that mostly because of the outward appearance.
Right.
I'm not taking the time to understand what this little youth from Jamaica and the ideas that he had, because I always knew that I was a creative person, and that my ideas and my creativity would seal the deal for me. You know what I mean? That would be my life. That would be what I devote myself to.
Right.
But you know, there's a lot of proving yourself when you take that path. But people just didn't see it, you know? So I reclaimed the name, put a king in front of it, because I thought that was funny, you know what I mean? And yeah, it just became, it kind of got a meaning of itself. People just started calling me that, you know? And I was like, you know, I feel comfortable with this. I like this name.
Yeah, that's actually really, it's really cool. Like, you're like, yeah, I'm a Cruff, and what? You know, like you reclaimed it. With your name, you're definitely taking a bit of a low-key approach, though. Like, you're not out there saying, I'm a Marley, even though you could. In the music industry, where, like, leverage is kind of like everything. And you're kind of like, yeah, I'm a Marley. If you know, you know, you know? Instead of leading with that, is that intentional, or is it just where you've landed?
I think it was just where I landed, man. It's like you said, like, if you know, you know what I mean?
Right.
And when I came to Canada, it was just this interesting opportunity to have, like, an experiment. To be like, what if I could, let's see what this King Cruff idea could be. Let's see how far we could take it with people who don't really know the full story.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it just kind of happened like that, and I'm really happy for that experience. Now more people know.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So now it's kind of a new experience for me being recognized as that, because for a long time I was just Solomon or King Cruff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, interesting.
Well, you just released your debut EP.
Yep.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yes. No, let's give it up for that.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the vision behind this project.
So this project is called What Have I Done? You know what I mean? And it's kind of a collection of all the experiences that we've gotten over the past 2 years in my journey with Universal and Tough Gang, but as well as these stories that have been written from way before, you know what I mean? For example, the intro track, Jackson Dreamers. I don't know if I'm jumping ahead of your question.
No, go for it.
Jackson Dreamers, you know what I mean? That's like me telling the story of where I grew up. Jackson, you know? And Skip as well. So it's kind of like the perfect intro for someone to come in and be like, who is King Cruff?
Yeah.
You get to find out where I'm from. You get to hear the braggadocious. You get to hear about my tributes to my grandma. You get to hear about my relationship with women. I'm a respectful woman. You get to hear about what my experience being someone from a small town looking at Toronto like the promised land. You get to hear about all these things in what is practically 15 minutes. And then you get to listen to it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, What Have I Done? It's a great project. I'm very proud of it.
I like that you said you get to listen to it again, because when I was listening to it, it ended and I was like, it's done?
Yeah.
I gotta play it back.
Yeah.
Like, it was so good. Yeah, and one of the songs on there, the track Rita's Revenge, right? Like, knowing your grandma, Rita Marley, her legacy. What went into that song? And tell me about the meaning behind it.
So the title of that song, it's kind of funny. The song is a tribute to my grandma.
Yes.
It came about because every year for my grandma's birthday we do a tribute. You know what I mean? Do a live stream, and I was asked to make my tribute, and as we've established a couple times in this interview, not the biggest singer in the family, but I can write a song like whoa. You know what I mean?
I don't think you're a bad singer, by the way.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
No, I think you're a good singer. I just don't know if you would call yourself a singer. I feel like you would call
Exactly.
yourself like more of an artist,
Yeah.
a rapper.
Yeah.
But you still have the vocals.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
you can
appreciate
hear it in
that.
the track.
Yeah, man,
yeah.
Yo, the wusu, man. That was basically what it is a tribute song, but it's also it's hard, it's aggressive, it's gangster.
Say, do you wanna roll with me as we rock to these tough gun beats? Come take a little walk with me. King Street, King Street.
Like what my grandma is, you know what I mean? I saw my grandma be a very strong woman to a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
Sorry, stumbling my words. She was a very strong woman and she had to deal with a lot, and a lot of people don't know that. You know what I mean? So that's why it's called Rita's Revenge, because I am the revenge of Rita Marley. You know what I mean? And the song is so fun because people don't really know this. Well, a lot of the lines that are written in the song are based on songs that she made, you know? Tankija is in there, Harambe is in there, One Draw is in there. And even the hook of the song is based off of one of my grandma's old hooks. You know what I mean? So big up Nana Rita every time, man.
Yes, I love the love that you have for her.
100.
And even like, I just watched the One Love movie this year, and I'm just like reminded of her like presence and her power, right, in your family's history. So it's great that you could give her that tribute. When we think Marley, we think Bob, right? And Rita has had just as much significance, I think, which is great that you were able to honor her in that way. And with Bob, like having a grandfather like Bob Marley, I automatically just think of that scene in Black Panther where he goes to like the astral realm and he's like talking with his dad who's passed. Do you feel like you have those moments where you're like, you know, I've never met him in person, but I still feel like I've been able to communicate with him or just like kind of feel his presence?
That's a profound question. You know what I mean? I wonder if I've had those moments. Nothing comes to the top of mind right now. You know what I mean? But I feel like I spent a lot of time studying who he was as a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that was really my connection to him. I feel like I just like to tell myself if Bob was around right now, he'd be happy with the way that we're moving. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to the music, because that's what comes first.
So you're in the Toronto music scene now. What do you think about Toronto's music scene?
Wow, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I think Toronto, Canada as a whole, has some of the most talented people on earth. I feel like what I see from the music scene the most, and I don't know if it's necessarily something on the responsibility of the musicians, but there needs to be more resources to educate the musicians on how to properly become successful. There needs to be a little bit more opportunity. Some way for them to actually break through the sound. I feel like there's a disconnect somewhere when it comes to the Canadian musician and the Canadian consumer, and that is what needs to be bridged somehow. So,
do you feel like the Toronto community has been supportive of your work?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's been interesting. It's been interesting to see, because I feel like my music is so different that I don't really know how anybody's going to take to it. But I think what's been cool is seeing how the Toronto reggae scene is like. I feel like you have to look for them, but when you find them, it's very much like, first of all, it reminds you of home, obviously. But they're very much like ready for some type of change and some forward movement. So when I found the reggae scene specifically, I was like, this is cool, you know what I mean? And obviously I'm a very versatile artist, so I feel like I have these moments where I'm in different pockets and different places. I've
heard a lot of artists describe their music as like the love of their life, or like their pen as their girlfriend, right? How do you relate to your music? What's your relationship with your music like?
I think my music is like it's a very slight caricature of my life and my experiences, you know what I mean? Because not that things are exaggerated, but it's a little bit like just like outside of the realm. I'm allowed as a character to be more Solomon than I usually am in my real life, you know what I mean? So I feel like I'm able to tell these stories and I'm able to tell people what I'm going through, but I'm able to put it in this way that's like almost kind of like a cartoon, or like you're reading it or you're watching it. I don't even know how to describe it, but that is how I look at my music.
Okay, it's a character of its own.
Yes.
So we're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
I'm gonna see, fingers crossed, if you will freestyle for me.
Right.
And bonus points if you can include any of these 3 words. Debut. Toronto.
Okay.
Cruff.
So debut, Toronto, and Cruff.
Now, if you couldn't include all 3, that's even better.
Get it some.
Okay.
Okay. Bite marks on the bullet case that we don't take some talks. Bigger picture that they couldn't paint, homie. What a shame, what a flop. Made payments off of my pain, feel like I deserve some applause. Sure they want to live in my drawers, and she asking me what I want.
Hey.
Platinum plaques with a pregnant pause. Spoken facts when I play my part.
Hey.
None of my ops finna be bygones. Baby, I want. Nah, that's it.
Hey! And that's talent right there.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I want to hear that on the next album.
Yeah, I didn't throw none of your words in there, but
It's okay.
Yeah,
You killed that.
Thank you, I appreciate
You were going so fast, I lost where
I
you
tried
at.
to slow it down too.
You can go fast too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to see you perform live. Congratulations on the new EP.
Yes.
I can't wait to see you perform live and to see what you do next, because you're killing it and you're just getting started.
Thank you.
So thank you for joining.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Oh man, my friend. Bless up, bless up. Choo-choo. This is King Cruff, and right now you're tapped in with Imani. You see me? Yeah. Keep it locked.
Put another check. They need to spend. Never overstep. I will make it look easy.